Ah, SnafuKrew, the optics are high, the optics are high. My voice is a little gone. I just got out of the hospital, but I'm still here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been exposing predators, criminals, traitors, and frauds. Marfugal TV and News with Mike Strutton, Dex J, committed veteran charity fraud. But then we find out Mike Strutton, Dex J, is Oracle, like Vice President Social Media Relations, and all the bullshit of exposing them. Now they're trolling us with Zebra Tech. But this video is about our little pal, Pedograph. Pedograph, yes, Mr. Dale Ellis Bennett, Mr. Steve Quest, also John Benet Ramsey Optics and his little fantasy of rape and torture on children. You know, we've been talking about all these characters, Timothy Helmseth and blah, blah. But what's funny is you get these other fucks like this guy who host state, who's supporting pedophiles, right? And they want to try and diss our credibility. But I'm about to show you guys why this guy and many others are trying to discredit our credibility, because these guys are actually supporting predators, traitors, frauds, and criminals. Aren't you, host state?
You're still the one, still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life.
Well, with all these people like Rob Cleveland, and Illumitami and many others, Rob Cleveland, mod for Paul and Slavia, putting a pedophilia symbol, or OTW News, you know, Vince McMahon idolizing the sex trafficking and stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you why these fucktards are trying to discredit us. They're trying to discredit the Krew and everything that's happening. Let me show you guys some optics here, okay? Recently, because Rakita Law and Montagraph are having their little lawsuit, all of a sudden, like I said, many journalists are exposing Rakita Law, or not Rakita Law, but Montagraph, for many of his optics. The death cult, the death threats, the fantasy rape, torture, right? Not just on SnafuSnaps. Fact is, SnafuSnaps and the Krew, the truth, yo, we've been doing this for years, right? But what's hilarious is all these lawyers are people now, because of the whole Rakita thing and Discovery, right? Now it's getting big, right? But remember way back in the day when we said that we caught Montagraph and some of his PDF people in back forums talking to each other? Remember Randy Reeves included, right? Well, we said this years ago about the pedophile PDF optics, right? With Kiwi Farms. And Montagraph said, oh, it's just a forum, blah, 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 right? Years ago, right? Well, people are exposing Montagraph now, all kind of crazy. But look what happened. And the Krew remembers this, because years ago, we told you guys we saw Montagraph and his little fucking PDF people talking about PDF stuff, and just, you know, we have some very good journalists, very good whistleblowers who do collect and see and get things. And what's hilarious is I'm going to show you guys why the credibility attacks are high. Okay, so these YouTube lawyers and these journalists are exposing Montagraph like crazy right now, right? As, you know, host state is supporting this shit, right? And many others. But here's where it gets crazy, guys. Here's where it gets crazy. Years ago, we told you, because the Krew is good at what they do, that we saw Montagraph and many other doing some PDF weird, you know, in this forum, blah, blah. And Montagraph was like, no, it's just a regular forum, isn't it? Right? Well, what is this, guys? This is Divinity Said, and YouTube lawyer shit, crap, all these lawyers, you know, they're all interested because Montagraph, Pedograph is, you know, whatever. Nick Rakita, whatever. But here's what's interesting. Check this out. Kiwi Farms attacked by PDF file protectors. Now, this was put out a month ago. We called the Kiwi Farm shit almost 3 years ago. Okay? Or, the minute Montagraph and Marfugal started covering up the veteran charity fraud together, the minute Montagraph and Marfugal started working together to create the narratives and, this digital experience of what we're witnessing even now. But I want you to know the Krew, and they know who they are, and myself, we called this shit years ago. We said, we know we see you PDF motherfuckers on a forum. And they said, what forum? And we said, you know what forum. We called it out, right? And Monty, I got to go look for the old footage. Monty's all, fuck, Kiwi Farm. No, and Randy Reeves as well, right? Now, because of Discovery with all this shit and everything going on in the world, blah, blah, Kiwi Farms attacked by PDF file protectors? Rakita Law? And then again, she's doing a whole thing right here about how Montagraph is freaking out and lying and, again, he's fucking pedograph. He's made multiple death threats on many of us. But again, when it comes down to who these people are and who's supporting these people, they're just as bad scumbags. Again, Montagraph put ritualistic fantasy of his rape and torture and everything on kidnapping children. He is also, we know, active with those PDF optics like we called 3-4 years ago on what? The platform that now people are talking about because of things called Discovery probably. So the fact is we called this shit years ago about Kiwi Farms and certain people we saw involved on that platform doing some weird shit on them, talking, again, these are very connected, dangerous criminals, traitors, frauds, pedos, pogo, privately owned, government operated. I'm SnafuSnaps. You guys are the SnafuKrew. Much love to each and every one of you. If you want to help me out, hit the PayPal below. But most of all, keep putting the truthio out and keep standing up for what's right. Again, these people are hard on the demonic, the criminal optics. And because we've been over target for years, and now it's kind of coming to the light with many people, not only in the YouTube game, but the legal game. Adam and Dex, Mike Strutton, you may be protected because of big tech. But God knows, and so do many people know. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we called this Kiwi Farms thing. We called it years before all of a sudden these people are posting about it.
Wanting to, for an ideological reason, to set a precedent that deliberate meddling and anti-business, anti-competition practices apply to deplatforming so that shit like this cannot continue. And I feel like, honestly, it would be great if we had somebody who was, in this field, wanting to, for an...
And for those of you who want to discredit this, yes, of course a company is going to say, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know it was posted on our forums. We don't know. False claims. Da-da-da. Nah. When you're dealing with little pedo optics, all right, and satanic agendas and satanic fuckers in play, just remember, we called a lot of this shit years before, and it's still ramping up. The optics are high.